Introducing the 3-part options course with Hans Albrecht. Get access for free by scanning this QR code or clicking on the link in the description.
So everyone thinks of this Bitcoin, and this has been something that obviously I show every single day. This is from mid-October, and it's been literally documented as, okay, we've got liquidity in the house. These are the proxies, Hood and Coin, and to a lesser degree, PayPal, Tesla, and Square. They all have Bitcoin on the balance sheet, but they are also oversold and just needing to push higher. Anyway, I've been writing about this, talking about this every single day. I also have a colleague who is extremely focused on crypto. I have clients who are extremely focused on crypto, Bitcoin, blockchain, Ethereum, XRP. I learn from them. Doesn't mean I have to join the crowd, but I will tell you this is easy, right? So as it relates to Bitcoin, coming back, this was it. We had to either get above or get back, or we're going to get back down in the wedge. And clearly we had the momentum to move higher. Once we got above that 67.5, I said it's a double. And that's exactly what it's looking like right now for Ethereum. Very, very similar chart. This isn't rocket science. This is textbook. So there's liquidity in the system. There's momentum. There's melt up. Why not go into these speculative assets? And here's an example of the last time this triggered higher on massive QE, right, from the COVID low, literally double low, March, April, and then we had this. And then for 4 years, we're talking 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, the money has just gone sideways. Now, of course, if you're chase or swing, your days or weeks, that's very different. But I'm talking about 4 years of money going sideways. Now it looks like it wants to break out. And if this breaks out, it is the exact same thing that I said about Bitcoin, right? If we get above here, then it's going to double. And I'm not worried about a shake and bake. We're still headed to most likely 130, 135. So anyway, this is literally what it looks like to me, that this will push above. And we literally have a situation where once it gets and stays above 38.50 for those who play, then it's a double is 77 in time. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect double. It does work really well, by the way. And I've shown tons of instances of that if you've been here a while. But the point is, it can be between 7,200 and 8,000. So trading isn't a game of perfect. And then sometimes, of course, it has a pause or sometimes, whatever. The point is, this looks like easy layup that everybody out there will be saying, I was such a believer since 2013. But your money stayed there for 4 years. And now it's pushing higher. So I like to time things. It's just, that's me. Anyway, I think this is obviously raring to go. And everybody this morning is totally bulled up on Bitcoin hitting 100,000. No, that was not hard. And no, I don't think it's done. Now, I'm definitely not of the sailor ilk that thinks Bitcoin's going to 13 million. We're not going to get into the religion or the beliefs, macro or sentiment or any of that. I'm just pointing out that one, Ethereum looks really good. And so does the VIX hedge. So we've got stuff this morning, which is, of course, massively related to Bitcoin. And that includes MSTR, where I also said, hey, by the way, this looks just like SMCI in February, when it hit 900 before SMCI pulled back violently. So MSTR, I was very clear. I said, this does not look done, but oh my God, was that funny. Like that's from 2021. This was from 2021. Even though it had the split, didn't matter. They were still hanging out here. And sure enough, TAG came back in and allowed some time for digestion. And now it's gearing back up and we're gapping back up. Really, if this was a stock, you'd say, oh gosh, that's terrible. I have to wait until this gets resolved. And you should. This is a huge expansion candle. It went literally 31.5% from peak to trough, and then it stabilized, rolled over a little bit. But look at this. If this was a stock, you'd say, hey, that's the 21-day. That's not so bad. This is the 10-week. It's still in trend. So my point is, these are all trading vehicles for sure. And Hood has a little bit different thing. I did mention up here, it hit some resistance. This 24.88, it came back down, got defended August 5th, came back in, and oh my God, this was just gorgeous, right? As soon as it broke out above the 10 and 21, it was in play again. And then it just needed to push through this 24.88. It did. It had a huge shake and bake right before the election. It looked like it was going to roll over with Bitcoin, by the way. Remember, we were pulling back down. And then Trump, right? So we got the absolute Trump bump, and beautiful. We're talking about how many new customers and how much in transactions. It was phenomenal, right? And I said, Schwab, eat your heart out, which is brokerage account. But it's also in a sector that's doing extremely well. Like look at IBKR. CME, yes, all those are doing great. So the brokerage firms are doing great. This is on a weekly because I really care about the big picture. And then I can drill in much easier to the smaller picture. That's just how my brain works. Kind of like that Ethereum going sideways for 4 years and I've never mentioned it. But now I'm like, hey, it's going to double. That kind of thing. Anyway, when these are in play, it's pretty obvious and they all go together. So Hood has the double benefit of being Bitcoin crypto transaction based. And now it's getting into gambling. And they want to, which is really funny. What's the word they used? Democratize, right? So they want to make it accessible for all. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. It's one of the reasons it's moving higher is they're getting into gambling, compete with DraftKings and I don't even know what else. So the point is, all of these are moving higher. Coin, this is such a crappy little company on the loss side, but it doesn't matter. After the earnings, which was right here, everything looks like this. Coin, and it continues. Mara is not brokerage, by the way, it's a minor, but same thing. That was earnings. And then everything looks like this. Trump bump, a little bit of a thump, but look at this. This at least is profitable, right? So I do have the benefit, like I said, of having clients who are really into the weeds of this stuff. And they also still respect the fact that I'm not. So blessings to you for having an open mind. And it's tradable. Bitcoin is in play. I have no interest in it otherwise. And I really, really do believe in a nutshell. It's for those in need and those in greed. And right now it is a fabulous trading vehicle. So let's take a look at the big picture here. So here's that Bitcoin. Wasn't quite 2021, 22, 23, 24 like Ethereum, but it did kind of move higher and then just go sideways all year while gold moved higher. Now Bitcoin is moving higher while gold, silver, precious metals are going absolutely nowhere. You can see where we just had some digestion, a little pause, and now it's hit that 100,000 and it's trying to get above and it's trying to scoop right down here. And you can see Ethereum, which I started looking at recently. And it just was like, okay, it's consolidating like Bitcoin. We know it's going to go at some point. And then this started moving higher and it hasn't even crossed yet. It hasn't even crossed yet. See that little poke above? It's in play. Long story short.
Join Club today to engage with Samantha and her team of 10 experts. Scan this QR code or click the link in the description. Subscribe to LaDuc Trading YouTube channel for more live trading room recap videos and other content.